Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is the 17th of April, 2025, and the top news for crypto is as follows. We will start our episode from America and then move to our states, specifically Oklahoma, which unfortunately kills the reserve for Bitcoin. All this in the Senate committee vote. Let's say that since Oklahoma left the game, we are waiting for New Hampshire, Texas, and the 2 bill in Arizona to see how they will proceed. And moving on from America, we will go to the city of Panama, which accepts Bitcoin and Ethereum for payment to public services. Specifically, according to the new law, locals will be able to pay for taxes, tickets, licenses, etc. with many digital assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. So Panama is expanding into crypto. Moving on from America, we will go to Mr. Jerome Powell, the president of the Fed, who in very simple words resumed his support for a bill on stablecoins. He believes that stablecoins will be very useful for America, and as we are talking about stablecoins, we will go to Russia, where Russia will test the possibility of making its own stablecoin, which will be connected to the ruble to unload the dollar, obviously. It seems that an official of the Ministry of Finance recommends a stablecoin that is supported by the ruble, since Tether has frozen the wallets that are connected to Russian users, because Tether is a company based in America. Let's say that we know from the crypto news that since 2023, Russia seems to be in talks with Iran to allow the use of stablecoins for cross-border payments. Moving on to our countries. From Russia, we will go to China. According to a report by Reuters, it seems that China sells seized crypto to fill its funds. Let's say that as we know from blockchain analysis, China holds 194,000 BTC, which are all seized coins. However, Reuters report does not specifically mention whether China is selling seized Bitcoin or other crypto. And from China, which we do not know what it sells or if it sells for sure, we will go to Trump and we will go to DeFi, the World Liberty Finance, where we learned that the company named DWF Labs, which is based in Dubai, bought $25 million in World Liberty Finance. The reason is not clear. However, according to a statement by the company, it seems that it bought as it expands in New York. Also, the company added that it plans to provide liquidity to the new stablecoin of the World Liberty Finance, USD1. So it wants to have good relations with Mr. Trump, perhaps this company. And since we are on Trump, we can't not go to his meme coin, where it seems that the team behind this meme coin has already sent $4.6 million to Coinbase, in the value of currencies obviously, to sell them. Let's say that as we know from the crypto news, today there will be an unlocking of currencies. In this particular currency, $309 million. And from Mr. Trump's currencies, we will go to our other currencies in the crypto market. And we will go to Ripple and XRP, basically, where we learned that the court granted a 60-day pause in the case between the SEC and Ripple. We know from the crypto news that both parties agreed to abandon this particular case. However, they took a pause. And from Ripple, we will also go to UFC and VeChain, where UFC's boss becomes an official advisor in VeChain to promote blockchain. This is very positive for both blockchain and VeChain, since UFC's global audience is up to 950 million users. So it's definitely a very good announcement for VeChain, as you understand. And from VeChain, we will go to our last crypto for today, and we will go to Solana, whose price these days is happy. And what is it that may help Solana's price go higher? This is called LaunchLab. LaunchLab is basically the Pump.fun that Raydium had built, one of the biggest DEXs on Solana, and he built it from the moment the Pump.fun disconnected from Raydium, and he made his own DEX. So now, as we knew from the crypto news, the LaunchLab of Raydium is ready. It is what you see in front of you, and you can easily, quickly, and simply create meme coins, which will then go up on Raydium if things go well, and if everything works properly, and it has a very large audience. This will increase the popularity of Solana's DEX, and it can also help its price, if things go as I said. And it's time for us to go to our favorite crypto market, with Bitcoin at $84,000, with the price refusing to break our resistance. And the things that weigh on the markets the most, it's this little disagreement that China and the United States have, with the United States putting tariffs of up to 245% on some Chinese imports. So we're waiting for China's response. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is the 17th of April, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.